you get it? Is it on?
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Taking Over the World with Ed and Aaron. What's up, brother?
Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
Brother? Wiki. Come on now. I'm the DJ.
Do you guys miss
No
it?
wiki.
Ed was in here busting out some ultimate. Were you at Miami DJ in another life?
No, but I was actually a DJ one time. We were chasing Marshmallow Head before he came out and they saw his face. We were on our way back from California, and we drove up and we saw the Marshmallow Head in the back of the car. He was coming from Cali too. And we pulled up next to him, and the only thing I could do, sitting in my car, while he's in his car, going 75 miles an hour on the freeway, and I'm actually in my car, windows up, AC blaring, and me going, wiki, like if you can hear me. My kids they've laughed about that for the last 10 years.
I actually did hear now that I say that, I did hear a hilarious DJ story over the weekend. I saw an interview. It's like on the Bobby Jones show or whatever, the guy who does like country music, whatever. Bobby Jones show had a girl on as an interview, and he was just talking about like, hey, did you ever anticipate this kind of fame and like your appearances, and talking about money like in the last few weeks. Like I floored with it all, and she was talking about she just DJ'd with one Shaquille O'Neal. First of all, I didn't know. Shazam or Jazam.
What? He was a DJ?
I thought that was like a long time ago thing that he did.
Still DJs.
Apparently he's back in there dealing with it.
He does country music.
So he was asking him. He's like, so you like, what did you do? Like, what kind of DJ? Do you have DJ experience? She's like, oh no. Like, I was in the booth, and it's just, so he's like, well, did you do actually any DJing, or were you just standing? She's like, no, I was in charge of hitting the button that puts out the fog stuff. So he's like, so Shaq was DJing, and you just hit the to a fog button. She's like, yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that's what I did. I did that 10 years ago, and they make fun of me all the time. But I have a thing I heard this weekend.
Ooh.
I actually heard it this morning. Did you know there's 3 types? Now that we've committed to going to the gym, and we're all into this gym thing, there's 3 types of gym people.
Ooh.
This is from a guy who...
Are we talking like gym stereotypes? Because I got all sorts of gym.
Yeah, so there's 3 types of gym
I love
people.
this. I couldn't be more excited about this conversation because I am I'm by nature a terrible, terrible, terrible people watching person. Like, I will stare people down. Like, my wife's like, I'm surprised you don't get punched more often. Because, like, if we're in the airport or a restaurant, like, I'm just like, and then I'm trying to figure out them. I'm trying to see the situation. I'm trying to put it all.
Like, that guy's from
100%. 100%. I'm like, I analyze it, and I've got this thing built up in my head. Like, I can run a storyboard off watching these people. And when I go to the gym, I am the same way. I'm just like, oh, yes. I can't wait.
For sure, gym stereotypes from a guy who's owned and been a personal trainer for 24 years plus in a gym. So he says there's 3 types of gym people. There's the morning gym person.
Okay.
The evening gym person.
Okay.
And the afternoon gym person.
Okay.
So the morning gym person is somebody who has their shit together. They're all over it. Okay. They know exactly what they're going to do. They're dedicated. They're consistent. They're going to do exactly what they need to do to get in and out of the gym. Go in. They're efficient. They come in, get their workout done. They go home.
Okay.
The evening person is somebody who has no idea what's going on in the world.
Zero.
They just put it in
Fly by to the seat of their pants.
There you go. Put it in the afternoon just so you can say that at least I went to the gym.
They're putting it in their stories every day that they went to the gym. 100%. Okay.
And then the middle of the day is subdivided. This is what he said, not me, into 3 subcategories.
Oh.
So one is moms.
Okay.
They go during the day because kids are off at school and whatever.
Okay.
2 are criminals because they have no other job. This is what he said.
Okay. And most criminals don't wake up early.
Exactly.
And they're out committing crime at night. Okay, is that what we're saying? He said it, not me, folks. I didn't say it.
No, this is the guy.
This is the guy. This is an anonymous source. Okay.
And then the third group, so it's the moms, the criminal, and then the influencer who's going there just to say they're going there and taking videos and stuff of themselves to put all over social media.
You have transformed the way that I think about the gym now. Because now I'll be going in the afternoon, not because I'm a criminal. I'm not a mom. I'm not really sure I'm an influencer either, but I would like to go from the people watching person. I might go in the morning to work out, go just like take like maybe, I don't know, make a drink, get a smoothie, go sit there and watch those three subcategories interact because I got to imagine mom asking like, like maybe let's just say she's working some free weights or something and needs some help, turning to the criminal and asking for a spot. In my mind, all that I'm picturing is Martha Stewart bench pressing, asking Snoop Dogg to help her lift a bench. That's all that's because obviously with the and switching gears, but I'm coming right back to this because I got more gym people because that's what I'm thinking in my head, right?
And so it's Martha Stewart asking Snoop Dogg for a spot
on the bench, 100%. That's what's going through my head right now. Well, there's some influencer taking a picture of them selfie in the mirror. Okay, catching them in the background doing this. That's what's in my head right now. But I did see Snoop Dogg. I mean, I think we talked about it last time. That would have been dope. That would have been dope. Snoop Dogg. I mean, he basically is America at this point with the Olympics. I mean, he is the USA mascot.
He is officially the
Did
USA
you see
mascot.
him dressed up at the horse jumping, parading?
No.
Equestrian.
Equestrian.
Yes, whatever. Not. I just don't know the name of it, people. Right. I'm sorry. But dude, he was the whole get up. He had the pants, the jacket, the helmet on.
No way.
I mean, Snoop Dogg at this point is an American. Hero.
He's an American hero now.
Maybe hero is not the right word. I mean, he's a pastime. He is
the guy.
I mean, he has come out of the Olympics full gold medal.
Well,
if anybody had any doubts about Snoop, he is 100% gold medal at this point.
Snoop's been, ever since he teamed up with Martha, I think he's changed his whole dynamic. Yeah. I think people like
Do you think like Martha checked him and was like, listen, bro, I know you think you're hard. I've been drinking wine out of the toilet for like 6 months out of this white collar jail thing, like also gardening and cooking. Like,
oh, I'm sure
I got some street cred and you need to check yourself.
I'm
we're going to rebrand together.
Yeah, and I think for her, it's probably the smartest marketing move ever. Because you come out of jail, right? I mean, you go to jail for some white collar crime, right? So you're in the Club Fed.
Club Fed,
having a good time. You come out, and instead of like trying to, which has happened to a bunch of different people, right? A bunch of people have been canceled or had all these bad scenarios, and they just like disappear. She's like, no, I'm gonna embrace my badness. I'm gonna go with the original OG, Snoop Double G, and go with him and be like, all right, let's go.
I mean, it's brilliant. She's brilliant. She's brilliant.
They did it together. They've kind of formed this unlikely partnership where everybody's like, oh wait, what's going on with these people? And it works. And he's gotten even more famous than he was. She's gotten more famous than she was, and it's just worked. It's marketing wise, it's brilliant.
No argument here. No argument here.
It is truly brilliant.
I'm going back to the gym stereotypes.
Let's go back to the
Here's
gym.
the people that drive me bonkers. Bonkers.
Okay.
One is, and I see this guy. It's the same guy. You've seen him nobody's awake at your gym at the time you go. I go to the gym where people are there at 6 o'clock in the morning. You've already gone back, eaten, taken a nap, woke back up, and ready for the day. Okay. But there's the guy, and we all know him, just trying to rack like the cables, right? Like I saw him yesterday. He's trying to do some tricep press downs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so he's got the cable, he's got the angle bar, and I mean, he's got this thing almost racked, right? So he's got almost the bottom.
200.
Right. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, bro, you cannot lift that. Like you're not packing the horseshoe. Okay. Right. And so what does he do? He gets all up on top of it and he just, like, bro, you're moving like a centimeter. And he does like 7 and he just slams it back down. Like, that is not a great workout. Like, what do we do? I don't like those people. Like, they make me cringe because I'm like, dude, just cut that thing in half, do good form, and watch yourself build muscle. Like, you've probably been going to this gym for 3 years and your triceps haven't gotten any bigger because of the way that you work out. It drives me bonkers when people try to overlift. And I'm not the best gym guy, but my dad taught me when I was young how to work out properly. And I'm sure I got some issues, but it's always control, form. And I teach that to my kids, like, have control of the weight. If you can't do that much, that's fine. Cut the weight back, but don't give up on the form. And then you got the other guys. I saw the guy, I was working out right next to him on Saturday. I'm doing incline chest dumbbells. I've got 50s. I'm feeling pretty good today.
Ooh,
yeah, I'm
50s.
And I'm hitting 8 with them. Good form, nothing. I have enough control to put them on my knees, kind of slingshot my leg forward, lay him, put him down on the ground. This guy puts hundreds up. And I'm looking at him, doing my people watch. I'm like, this guy's dead. There's no way. Like, I'm watching him. I'm like, you're struggling getting him off the rack. And now you've got one in each hand. And I'm sitting there. I'm anticipating he's going to ask me for a spot. You have to. Right. This guy's is going to drop him on his face. And I'm just waiting. I'm like purposely not starting my next set because he has to ask me for a spot. It's either me or the guy next to him. And the guy next to him, he looks pretty fit too. So I'm like, either way, 50-50. Right. He's asking one of us. No. He puts those things up there. And what does he do? He does this. He does this. He's like, it looks like he's like, trying to fight his way out of bed, like swim, like fight. He finally gets him to about here. And then he gets here, pushes him up, and then drops him and clangs all to the ground. They go flying. And I'm just like, again, I'm like, bro, you almost killed me.
and I'm just 4 feet away from you.
I'm just like, okay, give it up. The macho-ness, the over the top, like, I just wish people would have, like, and I get to each their own. Maybe it works for them. I mean, who am I? I'm not throwing rocks in a glass house, but I mean, like, man, just control the weight. Do you. Like, people stop trying to impress everybody. And they're like, that was unimpressive.
Well, I saw a video the other day making fun of all this, right? So what do? You when you lift too much weight, right?
Yeah.
You get to the rack and you go and you can't make it budge, then because you realize it's too heavy.
Yeah.
The smart thing is just adjust it and just go, right? No. What does the gym guy do?
The old fake injury?
Fake injury.
It's like when the cornerback gets beat deep and all of a sudden he's got a hamstring issue.
So you fake the injury. You fake the injury, right? Then you have the obligatory, you finish one set and you aimlessly walk around the gym. Like you circle, just these big circles around the gym.
Oh, yeah.
While you're huffing and puffing.
Oh, for sure.
Then the next one when you get heavy weights and you have to scream like along the gym so everybody hears you. So this guy just had like 10 or 15 different takes of all the things that you must do if you're a guy going to a gym.
Well, I'll tell you what I did do, right? Like, listen, I'm not claiming to be I am not Mr. Gym Rat, like, right? I'm getting back into it. I do know a lot about the gym. I like to work out, but I like to stay in my zone, right? And so the other day when I was doing chest, I got to the decline, just the hammer strength individual machines. And I like to start at about, I think I was starting with like a plate on each side with 25s, like on it too. So quick math was 70 on each side. Decline, it's pretty easy. But there was 10s somebody had that, but 2 10s. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do these. I wasn't paying attention. I was that guy. I was like, look, do people watching. And I grabbed the 2 10s with one hand. And as I slid them off, I let go of this hand. And I thought I had both of them in this hand. I let go of the 10-pound weight.
Landed on your toe?
Landed on my toe.
Oh.
Landed on my big toe. I thought I was dead. I thought I was going to keel over in the middle of the gym. I mean, it landed right on the edge. I thought it was done. I was going to amputate it. I was like, if primetime Deion Sanders doesn't need all his toes, I don't need all mine either. I was ready to cut it off. So listen, we're not perfect. Like I got my own faults in the gym.
Oh, I have a
But, man, I dropped a 10-pound plate on my, like a 10-pound weight. It hurt.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that hurts. So, I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
Okay, let's do it.
In our business.
Oh, okay.
The new changes coming around.
We got some forms. We got some forms, and some more forms.
So the new buyer situation.
Right.
What do you think? How do you feel? What do you think it's going to do? We can't talk specifics.
Sure.
But just in general.
We can if you call us.
Yeah.
And we have a proper consultation.
Right. If we have a proper buyer's consultation with you, we can absolutely discuss exactly how things
Here's my take on it. And I think just like the gym, you're going to have multiple different people operating here.
Right.
Right? You're going to have the newbie people, right? That are so floored by what they're hearing and watching and seeing on social media, that they are going to freak out and are already freaking out.
Okay.
And they'll be driving Uber or looking for other jobs or something, trying to make it's like one of the things you move to Hollywood to be an actor and you end up waiting tables to try to make I think there's going to be some people that are starting to freak out and look for alternate sources of income because they don't feel like it's going to be hard. I think you're going to have your old goats that have been doing this for umpteen million years. I'm not changing nothing. They can say whatever they want. I'm going to do this and I'm going to push it. And if they don't like it, they can come after me. Well, they're going to come after you. Let's just go ahead and put that on the table. Then I think you have the middle range. Okay. And it's the experienced agents. But what they're going to do is that they're just going to be like, okay, I've read it. I don't really see how this changes a lot. It's just saying we have to be better at our job. We actually have to do our job. We have to have conversations and explain things to our clients. Like, I don't think that's far-fetched for, when we go into any business and ask for an explanation. Oh, why am I being charged with this? Or why does this come in? Now we have to explain it to them. Make sure we're all on the same page early in the transaction so that there's more transparency. Okay. Like, what are you afraid of? If you're not hiding anything, you shouldn't be worried about it. Then I think of that middle group. It's kind of like this afternoon mom criminal influencer, right? In that middle group, you have that same people that says, okay, I see what it is. I understand it. I'm not freaked out about it. And I'm not going to try to say I'm a old school guy, but I'm going to see how I can beat the system. Like, because I'm so smart, I'm going to figure out a way around it.
Right.
And I think those are the people that are going to end up in trouble too, because they're doing a disservice to their clients. They're going to spend more time worrying about them and how they beat the system to get paid, that they're going to realize that they're not really doing a good fiduciary requirement for their clients, and their clients are going to feel slighted. They're going to end up losing clients because they spend more time worrying about them and how to beat the system than just be like, okay, here it is. Great. This is the sun rises at 8 instead of 7:45. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving.
So it's funny that you have that take on it because once this was announced, right, a couple months ago when the lawsuits, we've been hearing about the lawsuits for over a year. But once everything started moving and settlements started coming in and stuff, most of the commercial agents that do residential and commercial, or that do strictly commercial, we all were like, all right. Like, it's not a big deal. It's kind of what we do on a daily basis, right?
Right.
So we've been under the impression of, why is everybody freaking out over now having to talk to clients about money? Like, we have to do it all the time. Like, we do it on every single transaction. We never know what we're going to get paid when we go into to look at a building or look at a transaction. We put on there what we deserve or what we feel we deserve and what we're worth, and we just play it by ear. But the buyers know what we're getting paid. The sellers know what we're getting. Everybody knows. And I've been saying since the beginning, in all the meetings, I'm like, why don't we just do it the way we do it in commercial? We write it on the contract. And I was always told, oh, no, I don't know if that's even going to fly. Well, guess what? It's on the contracts now because it flies. Like, there's nothing wrong with everybody clearly knowing what you're going to get paid. I've been saying it for months, and everybody was telling me, no, I don't even know if that's legal. Well, then every commercial agent in the entire country has been breaking the law because we've been doing it for 20 years, like the same way. Like, we've always put it on the contracts.
Well, and I think to answer your question too here is that I think there's two reasons why people are freaking out about it, and I forget exactly how you said it a minute ago, but there's two reasons. One, why people are having a hard time with it is because, they don't show that part on Selling Sunset or Selling Las Vegas or HGTV. Nobody shows you have to get, involved with your clients and negotiate for them. It's just rainbows and kitty cats out there and making money, right? Like, that's why I got into the industry when the market was hot and I could throw a rock and hit somebody who was looking to buy or sell and multiple offers. Like, No, this is a way to print money. So now it's weeding those people out. I think it's a good thing for home sellers and buyers because it's going to weed out those people. And the second part of that, it's going to weed out the people that have no value. And I think that's what people are now, some of these agents are now concerned about. It's like, oh, shoot, I got to justify being paid XYZ number, right? 5,000, 10,000, a percentage, whatever it is, whatever you're now offering that your services, the rate of what you are charging to perform those services, people are now being the question like, well, what kind of value do you bring for that money? And that's where I think that a lot of these agents too are freaking out. They're like, how am I going to sit in front of a buyer and justify my cost now? Whether it's $5, $1,000, $10,000. How do you sit in front of a buyer and say, this is why I charge this much? Just like you're going to sit in front of a doctor or a lawyer. Hey, well, why do you charge this much to get a nose job? Why do you charge this much to defend me on a criminal case? Like, well, because this is what I do. Here's my track record. Here's how I keep you out of jail. Here's how I, make your nose the most beautiful nose you've ever seen in your life. And now some of these agents that don't have systems, they don't have content, they don't have structure, they don't have the experience to negotiate it. And that they're like, yeah, why would you pay me that money? That's a good question. Let me get back to you on that. So I think that plays a big part of it. We're in our office. We've been talking about it for a long time. We've been training our team, what the value we have, how we operate. Like you look in this room between your side with commercial side, my side with the residential side, other businesses. You have people like Amanda handling this part. You have Mercy over there handling that part. We've got 3 admins handling this part. So it's like right there, the value, like when you sign on with us, you get all of us. At any given time, they talk to you, they talk to me, they deal with Mercy, another showing agent, whatever. We've got marketing. Like, so some of these people that are like, that got into it for that quick, easy print the money, they should be nervous.
Well, it's never been a quick and easy print the money business, right? It takes time to build and establish yourself. The problem is most people don't want to take the time to get there, right? Everybody thinks it's HGTV. Let me show you 3 homes. Oh, yeah. You're a box cutter and you make $1.7 million. You qualify for a house. Right. That's not really what happens in life. I mean, it's harder to get people qualified. It's harder to get.
I'd like to buy this $500,000 home. I don't have a job, or I just switched industries, complete different industries, and my credit score is 593.
But I'm qualified.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's happening is the industry as a whole, right? I spoke to somebody who was selling the other day, and I told him, hey, this is what's going on now. And they were like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's really not that big a deal. I think the people that are freaking out about it more than anything, I think are the agents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think the buyers or sellers really are that concerned. You're going to have some buyers that are going to be penny conscious. They're going to be, because a lot of first-time home buyers are going to be tough. A lot of VA buyers that are coming in with no money down are going to be kind of in a similar situation. But I think that if you sit down, right, as an agent and you're trained on how to have a buyer consultation, how to talk, because in the past it's always been they call you from a sign or from Zillow and say, hey, Aaron, I want to go look at this house. And Aaron just runs to the house.
Right.
Not even are you pre-qualified. Most of them don't even ask that question. They just run in the house, open the door. Well, now it's going to force you to say, hey, come into our office because I have to have a buyer-broker agreement signed that you're actually hiring me to show you properties. And this is what I'm going to do. And this is my experience level. And this is my, what we offer and what our team offers and what we can bring to the table. And I think for most, I think it's a good thing. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing.
I totally agree.
I think it's a good thing that now you have to provide value. You have to be completely transparent with your clients, right? Which we have always been.
That's why I think, and that's a great point. I think that's why we're not freaking out. Right. Because like you're asking us to do something we already do, but just add like one more piece of paper. Okay, fine.
Right. We're always transparent. We always tell everybody exactly what they're going to get through. When they have situations arise during the transaction, we're there for them. Yes. Right? We provide the value. We provide the service. We show them why they're paying us to do the service. As a buyer, when they're buying a property and they have a problem during an inspection or during a walkthrough or even after the purchase when they have a repair problem and they need help, Like they call us and we're there to provide support and provide what they want. So what's changed for us, for our team, and how we operate on a daily basis? What has changed?
Nothing.
Nothing for us.
And I think this morning during our team meeting, it was totally prevalent. Is that we actually discussed, because we have a lot of listings coming up and going on and working. We work with a lot of sellers and stuff, and we're like, we have a really good strategic advantage here in how we think to save our clients more money.
Exactly.
Like we the way that we started laying out our strategic plan, like since we already have all this value that we've already created, how can we now double down on this value? And we came up with a few strategies that are like, dude, we now adapt this price and we utilize, instead of trying to fight the system, we use it and say, fine, okay, we see what you want us to do. We've already been doing it. But now, since other people have not been using it and the other agents out there want to fight the system and they don't want to deal with it and they weren't prepared for this, we're going to use this to our advantage because we've been prepared. We've built our team on this, knowing that this was coming, and we built a structure around it. We're now going to use that information as doubling down with our ammo. Right. And now we're going to take advantage of those people that aren't prepared for this and save our clients even more money and put more money in their pocket.
Of course. And that's the whole goal, right? The whole goal is, how do you help your client get the best possible deal in the largest investment that they will make in their entire life? Right? How do you go from somebody who is buying a house for the first time, whether it's a $150,000 condo to a $9 million project, right? How do you help them get the most benefit, the most bang for their buck, and see the most return? And I think that's what we've been doing since day one. So for us, it's not a big deal.
No.
For a lot of people, they're freaking out. And I'm just, like I said, I mean, we had a huge team meeting, an office meeting the other day, and I just stood up and I just said, like, I think everybody's overthinking this.
Yeah.
Like, if this is a normal way of doing business, then it shouldn't be a big deal. And it shouldn't. For us, it's not. We had a good conversation, I think, with our team today. As a result of this, I think we have 2 or 3 people this week that want to talk to us about joining the team because they're like, okay, we need to strategically figure this out, and apparently you guys have, because you guys aren't freaking out. You're just you're just going business as usual, and it is what it is. It's transparency, which we've always had. We've always talked to our clients and told them exactly what the situation is. Maybe a form or two different, whatever. And that's it. But at the end of the day, it's still what I think that our business and what we have done as a team is focused on, which is providing service to the client.
And I think again, dude, that's the final nail in the coffin right there, is that mindset of the people that are freaking out. Why are they freaking out? Are they freaking out because of what their clients are going to experience, or how it affects them as agents?
It's them.
Right? The ones that are freaking out, like, oh my God, my pay is going to be this, that, I'm going to have to do it. Oh, whoa. Like, that's part of your problem. Your mindset is so me, I, that you have your blinders on. When you shift from that and make it about the clients and do your job that you're being paid to do, which is take care of your clients, by your fiduciary requirement that the law states you have to do, but build that relationship. Go to work for them. The money follows. You know, it's like like we saw the first football game, right? Yeah. Like, I know you're excited about that. You know, you see you got the Bears and the Texans, right? Texans. You got two young quarterbacks. One's already come out and proven themselves as the Texans. Like, D'Amico Ryans and the Texans, nobody put them on the map last year. Like, whatever. All of a sudden, they can make the playoffs. They win a playing game, wild card game, and everyone's like, okay, right? Now you got the Bears, brand new quarterback. They pay all this money to. It's like, now prove it, right? Now some of these other guys, like okay, the pressure's now on him to go out and prove that he hasn't operated in this arena, and now seeing like the pressure that's being put on him, is he going to fold? We've seen plenty of first round picks that they get the money, they get the stuff, but it's always been about them. And we talk about these system quarterbacks, right? So does Caleb Williams come out and be a me guy? Well, look at me. I sat out. I'll get on my Caleb Williams rant where this guy, right? Like
sitting out 12 guys,
sitting out this game and, this and that. It's me, right? I want to see if he can become a team player, put the team first, which is the client. Then you go to a guy like a Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. he's going to get paid at some point, but he's not playing. He plays with his team. He plays within the game, And so it's going to be interesting to see how these agents, which way they go. Are they a me agent, or are they about their clients? And if you take...
one thing that that I've never been a Caleb fan.
Right.
Like, I haven't.
Yeah, sign me up.
Like, I'm not a fan. But I did hear something from him this past week where former players were dogging him. And I was like, wait a minute. Why are you dogging this young guy? And I almost felt like I was coming to his defense, which is strange for me because I've never been a fan. But apparently he was in the locker room, right? He's a leader. As a rookie, he's still the number 1 overall pick, so he has to take that role on whether he wants to or not. And apparently he walked around the locker room and told the teammates, both veterans and rookies, hey guys, let's pick up our water bottles and let's not leave such a mess in this locker room. The custodians have a big enough facility to clean every day for us to make an additional mess for them to have to pick up after us.
All right, fair enough. I can get on board with that.
So I was like, you know what? That's a pretty big move as a rookie to go up to a veteran and say, hey, pick up your water bottle there, Mr. Stud Muffin, because we can't be leaving a mess for people.
It's fair.
But I was like, well, you know what? But you had people come out and say, hey, you're a young buck. You better not be talking to anybody before they shove you in a locker.
You pick up my water bottle.
Before they shove you in a locker.
That's your job right now.
They'll hang you by your jersey in a locker and you won't be able to touch the ground. Like, don't get dumb.
Well, it's certainly going to be interesting in both that world and the real estate world.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. But like I said, I think that if you have questions either in Florida or here in Vegas, in Nevada, call us.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Call us. We'll talk to you through it. We'll even if you don't use us, but you just are concerned about what's going on, call us. Let's talk about it because that's what we do anyways. In case you guys haven't figured out.
We're here to educate.
We're here to educate, and I don't think Aaron and I are ever accused of being at a loss for words.
No, we'll talk. You want some time to kill? We'll talk for you.
We got plenty of time to have conversations. So next week, I'm going to be on site from Mega Agent Camp at Keller Williams in Austin, Texas. We booked this trip a while ago. Yeah. Because of former agents. See, that's what a team, I think, what our team is truly about. Right? Our team, I tell everybody on the team, in the office, we're like a big fraternity. Yeah. Outside the office, I think we're like a family. Like, everybody's always concerned about everybody, and we always are trying to make sure everybody's okay. But we booked the trip to Austin with two purposes. One, to go to Mega Camp and kind of get some new information, especially around the law, and kind of figure out what other large producers are doing around the country. But also because somebody on our team, they used to be our team member, Ray, which we loved him. He's a Cuban guy, great guy. Just had a baby.
Ooh.
So we're going to go check out the baby. Okay. So now we're there. I don't know if Mercy's actually going to go to the event or if she's going to be with the baby the whole time.
I'm guessing baby the whole time. I'm guessing.
If I had to pick one, that would be the one.
I'm guessing baby the whole time.
And then Amanda has a visitor coming in town next week.
SWAT team will be there.
Yes, we will have the SWAT team there, 100% watching out. We will have alarms all over the house.
Maybe while you're gone, I'll go see my buddy Johnny Tahiti and get a consultation, get back on good graces with him.
Johnny, I don't know if I told you. So Johnny was watching our video. Johnny Tahiti, shout out to him. He's an amazing tattoo artist.
I feel like he's part of the family already. I've never even met the guy, but he's like the third person in our podcast.
He is. He's here in spirits.
I like it.
So we had a conversation, right? And he's like, "Hey, I'm kind of upset at Aaron."
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And I was like, "Well, why are you upset at Aaron?" He's like, "Well, because
he's gonna be more upset now at me."
Aaron compared me to The Rock.
Just saying, he seems like that kind of guy.
And that's what he thought I was gonna look like. And you shot it down, saying I wasn't like The Rock.
So he should be mad at you, not me.
No, because you brought up of what he should look like.
I said what I envisioned him looking like.
Right. Okay, that's what he should look like.
I didn't say it's what he should look like. It's what he does look like in my mind.
Apparently his girlfriend saw the podcast and was like, I guess you need to start hitting the gym, bud.
Johnny, if you're watching this, this is Ed. You be mad at Ed, not me. I'm on your side here.
Johnny, you know you're my boy, but I think it's all Aaron's fault.
I disagree, Johnny. I disagree.
So when you do the tattoo on Aaron that we're going to get for him, just make it as painful as possible.
Yeah. I'm gonna end up with a Smurf mermaid on my shoulder or something. I'm out of here.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Have a good week. Let's do this.